As any student knows, managing time can be kind of a difficult and daunting task, especially if you're anything like me and are a full-time student, have a job, or trying to find time for yourself, or even if you're trying to have a combination of everything. I'm now a little bit over halfway through my first semester in college, and honestly, I found time management to be kind of a tricky thing, but I do have a few little tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you guys in hopes that maybe it'll help you too. Whether you are in college or even still in high school, I hope that you can bring some of these tips along with you throughout your entire schooling education. Personally, I have found the number one thing that has been the most helpful is finding a balanced routine. Especially at this time in your life, everything seems to be so busy and you always have so much going on. And even I have found it really hard to just find a balance in my life. And personally, I've found implementing a routine has made things so much easier. I know not every day can be the same and things always seem to pop up, but by even having something simple in your routine, such as waking up at a specific time that you know that you have enough sleep throughout the night, but you're also waking up early enough to get everything done in the day. If you find yourself to be struggling with any sort of balance in your life and maintaining a routine, just know that you are not alone, and even I struggle with it, especially at a high school and college level. We all go through it and we all struggle with it. But going along with having a balanced routine, I have found having a consistent schedule and just implementing consistency in general to be a lifesaver. With still being in school, I kind of have consistency with my class schedules and when I do homework, when I have my breaks. So each week is generally the same. Mondays are my day to work on my online class, and also I typically spend them with my boyfriend. Tuesdays, I have 2 classes in person that I go to. Wednesdays are my work days, which is super nice, and I'll get more into that a little bit later. Thursdays are pretty much the exact same as Tuesdays. I have the same 2 classes, and then Friday mornings I have 1 online class, and then the rest of the day is kind of like my free day. Saturdays I kind of call my free day just because it's nice to relax and breathe on the weekend. Personally, I really do not like procrastinating, so I love to get my assignments done as soon as I can. And normally that is my number 1 priority on my list, is to get done my homework first and then focus on everything else. When you procrastinate, you are basically allowing yourself to think about that task that you need to do over and over and over again for an extended period of time, when in reality, if you just get it done right away and you tackle it, then afterwards you really don't have to think about it, unless it's something, of course, with studying and you have a test that you need to take. When it comes to organizing my schedule, I love to utilize a calendar and a planner. Personally, I am a pretty organized person, so I like to have everything color-coded in my planner just for if I am seeing a friend that day, if I'm spending it with family, if I have homework, work, or any sort of appointments. I love to just see what each day holds and what I need to get done for that day. Along with a planner, I actually use 2 different calendars. One is kind of like our main family calendar, which hangs on the fridge, and that's where all of like our big main events and appointments go on. And then I also have the calendar on my phone, which I know that might seem a little bit excessive to have 3 different sort of calendars, but it's just what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's totally okay. I love to put events in the calendar on my phone. I have it set up so it sends me a reminder of it, I think a day before the event actually happens. So it's so much easier to stay ahead of things. For instance, if there's a birthday coming up that you need to prepare for or that you need to get a gift for, I love seeing that either a day before or a week before, just so I don't forget about it. I usually stay pretty busy, and like I said, I always have a lot going on. So I love being able to visually just see everything on my planner and see it on my phone. So by having the 3 different planners / calendars is one of the many ways that I stay organized and I stay ahead of things, especially when it comes to school things like assignments. My next tip is to not overwork yourself when it comes to work in specific. I could honestly rant and go on and on about this, but you literally have your entire life to work. And yes, college is expensive. Yes, you probably have bills to pay and you have tuition and everything else that comes with the cost of going to college, which really sucks. And trust me, I know it's not fun. But if you already have so much on your plate from going to school and attending school in general, and you either can't imagine yourself having a job or you can't keep up with your job, don't have a job. Like I said, you have your entire rest of your life to work. And the whole reason for you going to college is to obtain a degree or a certificate, or the list goes on, for your future career, so that you can have that opportunity and strive to be the best that you can in your career field someday. So if you can't focus on being in school at this given time and having a job, forget about the job. In my senior year of high school, I had a lot going on with school in general, and I was involved in band, which also took up a lot of my time. And then afterwards and on the weekends, I worked. And don't get me wrong, I loved having the extra money and it was great, but mentally and physically, I couldn't handle it and it got to be too much, and so I had to stop working, which I didn't exactly want to do, but afterwards I was so much happier not working and going to school at the same time. You have to remember to put your mental health first, and if you want to know more tips and tricks I have on that, go ahead and check out my school habits video. I'll have it up in one of these areas here, and I also have it linked down below and I talk more about it there, so go ahead and check that out. Speaking of mental health, something I feel is so important for every single person to make time for is me time, or you time. No matter how crazy life gets, no matter how much you have on your plate, you always need to make sure that you make time for you. Now, this could be taking a break from doing whatever you're doing and just taking even just 10 minutes to break away and, I don't know, maybe eat some chocolate, take that shower that you've been avoiding, or watch a movie, or just lay on the floor. Laying on the floor is so therapeutic, you guys. You seriously need to try it. My best friend got me hooked on laying on the floor, and I seriously do it every day, and you just need to do it. But anyways, everyone needs a little escape and just to be able to relax and breathe a little bit. While it is important to prioritize your schoolwork and your assignments, it is also so important to recognize when you need just to have a break and relax and step away for a little bit. This one is so important, and this one took me so long to realize myself. It is so important to set realistic and reasonable goals for yourself. Now, this could be short-term or it could be long-term. It could be something as simple as just completing your homework tonight. Whether we realize it or not, we all set goals for ourselves, and sometimes they can be a little unreasonable. By setting little mini reasonable goals for yourself, overall it helps you to build up to more long-term and even maybe more difficult goals that you have for yourself in the future. Trust me when I say it is so helpful to set these mini little realistic goals for yourself. It will seriously help you so much in the future. Next up, it can be really helpful to set reminders and also write yourself lists. I put these two together because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. But personally, I am such a big list person. Like, I'm looking over at my desk right now and I see so many little post-it notes full of just random little thoughts or little reminders or things I need to do or things I want to do. And I also can be kind of a forgetful person. My short-term memory is not the greatest. So by setting a reminder on my phone or writing down on a little post-it note like, hey, don't forget to do this, or reminder, you need to get this done by this time or this day, it helps me so much. And especially it helps me to stay on top of things so I don't turn in anything late or that I don't miss anything important. I also am just a big list person in general, and I always have so many checklists going on. I typically have one for the day, and then I also have one per month. Even if the items on that list are just simple little things that I know that I can achieve, I write them down just because I feel like it really helps me to visualize what I have to get done, and it helps me so I actually make sure that they do get done. This summer I started doing the monthly list of things that I need to do, and it's been so nice because that's why I can just see if I need to make an appointment or if I need to go, I don't know. I like to write down all of the YouTube videos and shorts and different content that I want to get out for the month. It's not something necessarily that I will do in that day, but it's something that I will do over the course of that month, and it helps me to just see what I have and what I need to get content-wise. Lastly, something that has definitely helped me is staying organized, which I know not everyone is an organized person, but personally, I really strive to be organized just because I feel like it helps me so much. Now, for me, this comes in different forms. So, for instance, with my backpack, I have a few little mini bags. One that is kind of like a little emergency kind of like period kit. One that has all of my little electronic stuff that has mini adapter pieces or SD cards, my camera battery things, since that is a big part of my major. And then I have another one that is kind of just my pencil pouch that's full of a whole bunch of different little artsy things. Having these mini bags in my backpack helped me to stay so organized because otherwise everything would literally be everywhere and I think I would go crazy. Also, staying organized for me even means just making my bed. When my bed is made, I feel like my life is so much more put together than it actually is, and it helps me to actually stay focused and get done homework. For some reason, I don't know why that is, but it does. Staying organized could also mean helping yourself out for the future, like laying out an outfit that you want to wear for the next day, so you don't have to do it early in the morning like I've been doing the last couple times. Having organizational skills is something that you are honestly going to carry with you for the rest of your life, especially when it comes to things like paying bills. It doesn't just end with your school and college life. I hope you guys found some of my tips to be helpful. If you want to know more of my tips and tricks for school and college life, then go ahead and check out my school hacks video. Like I said, I'll have it linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!